It's Krista, and today I'm going to do my December wrap-up and my January TBR. The first thing I read this month was A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. And while it was recommended to me by one of my friends, I have to say I really didn't enjoy it. I just didn't get into it the way I thought I would. I enjoyed The Diviners by Libba Bray, so I thought I'll just try something else by her. I just didn't feel it. So I didn't continue with the rest of the series. I rated it a 3 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. It just wasn't my cup of tea, though I may revisit it in the future, eventually, sometime, maybe. After that, I read the Infernal Devices trilogy by Cassandra Clare, and so good. I don't think there are actually words that have been invented that can express my love for this series. It was just so good. It was so fantastic, and if you haven't read it by now, then what have you been doing with your life? Why aren't you reading it right now? Like, now. Go. Stop what you're doing. I rated Clockwork Angel 4 out of 5 stars, Clockwork Prince 5 out of 5 stars, and of course Clockwork Princess got 5 out of 5 stars yet again, because I could not have imagined a better ending than that. Been more satisfied with any other ending. I'd written it myself, so yeah, it deserved it. I don't even know what is happening. My lighting is nuts. The next book I read was Unravel Me by Tahira Mafi, the second book in the Shatter Me trilogy, which is quickly becoming one of my favorite series ever. If you haven't already picked it up, I highly suggest it. Of course, I rated Unravel Me a 5 out of 5 because chapter 62. Gussy's being very active right now. It's not like him in the middle of the day. He was just crawling all over my desk. I was expecting him to just sleep, but he wasn't. Oh, do you want to help me talk about Fracture Me? Because you helped me read it. So after that, I picked up Fracture Me, which is the novella that follows Unravel Me. And while I really liked it, I really just despised Adam afterwards, and it's not really something that I expected it either. But that's all I'm going to say on that. Just gotta read it, because, yeah, Warner's so much better. Next I picked up Angel Fall, which is the first book in the Penryn and the End of Days series, not trilogy like I originally believed, but it will be 5 books, which is super exciting. And if you haven't heard anything about this series before, then where have you been? This is an angel dystopian series, where 6 weeks ago angels came to Earth and just started wreaking havoc on everything. And it's such a different take on angels and on dystopians. I really enjoyed it. Highly suggest picking it up and starting that. Luckily, I didn't have to wait for the second book in the series, World After. And I immediately just jumped right into that one and finished that in like less than a day, maybe half a day. It was over very quickly, just way too quickly. I should have taken my time. But while I did like Angel Fall more, this book was still very enjoyable. A nice continuation, a nice lead-in to the third book, which is never going to come out. It will. Eventually. That's enough. What is this? Oh my gosh. The next book I picked up was Under the Never Sky by Veronica Rossi, and it is the first book in the Under the Never Sky trilogy. Lainey from Ginger Reads Lainey refers to this book as crack cocaine, and it is quite accurate. I finished this book in a little under a day, and it was so magnificent. It's just such a different take on the dystopian concept. It's very sci-fi and just fantastic. Again, 5 out of 5 stars. Didn't even have to think about it. I immediately went into the novella that follows that, Roar and Live. And that one just squeaked under the radar. I finished it December 31st at night. Just squeaked in there. I gave it 4 stars. I did like learning more about Roar and Liv's relationship, and it made me just really adore Roar all the more. It was a lot of rhyming. But it was a very good novella. It was not necessary to read before Through the Evernight, but it was still very enjoyable. But I had quite the ambitious month planned. Actually, I have quite the ambitious year planned. I have 12 books and 1 novella that I want to get read, and I have done this in the past, so I can do it again. It just takes discipline. I'm just powering through, which I don't, with the books that I have planned, I think it's going to be very, very easy. First, I want to continue with the Under the Never Sky series, starting with Through the Evernight, and then Brooke, and then Into the Still Blue, which comes out later this month, but I do have the ebook ARC. I have already read Through the Evernight and Brooke. I'm actually already like 70 pages into the Still Blue, so yeah, I'm already off to a really good start for my month. After that, though, I'm going to jump into Vicious, which has a lot of hype here on BookTube, so I'm really looking forward to jumping in and seeing what all that's about. Next, I plan to read the Mind Games duology. I think it's duology. By Kirsten White. I haven't ever read anything by Kirsten White, but I have heard really good things, and I want to say this is a dystopian of sorts. I really know nothing about it, but I've heard good things. That's all that matters. I mean, they're really short reads. It's not like it'll be a giant waste of time if they're not good, so. Perfect Lies technically doesn't come out until next month, but I do have the ebook ARC of that. After that, I intend to read The Cuckoo's Calling by Robert Galbraith, aka J.K. Rowling, aka J.K. I've heard really good things about this book in the BookTube community, and I'm looking forward to reading something else by J.K. Rowling that's not Harry Potter. I didn't read The Casual Vacancy. I did not hear good things about that, so I was trying to avoid it to keep my opinion of her untarnished. So next, I plan on picking up Hollow City by Ransom Riggs, which is the second book in the Miss Peregrine series, I think. I don't know if it's going to be a full series or not. We'll see. I really enjoyed the first book. I'm hoping that I enjoy the second one just as much. I am looking forward to seeing how the story continues and it picks up where the last book left off and what direction it's going to go and if it will set up for a possible third book. So really excited for that one. After that, I'll be starting and finishing the New Soul trilogy by Jodi Meadows. I've been really looking forward to getting into this series, but I did want to wait until the last book comes out, which it does, January 28th, I believe. So as soon as that comes out, I will be wrapping up that series. I intend to have the other 2 books read before then. This series is like a sci-fi with reincarnation involved, I think. Whenever I read about it, it sounded fantastic. That's what I gathered from it, and I love that premise. I think that it sounds really intriguing, so I need to read it now. After that, I'll be picking up The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which is the first in a series. Did not know that. I thought it was a standalone at first, but that has clearly changed. The Naturals is about a group of teenagers that has special abilities, and the FBI gathers them all up and has them attempt to solve infamous cold cases. It sounds really interesting. I'm looking forward to this one a lot. Then I'll be reading Unbreakable by Cami Garcia. And again, this is the first in a series, and supposedly this is kind of like Supernatural meets the Da Vinci Code. It's like a supernatural thriller, angels, ghosts, demon book. Don't know much about it. But I saw it at Target and I was like, I need to read that. That looks fantastic. Just the cover alone. And I like Cami Garcia's writing style too, so I'm kind of hoping that carries over to this book as well. So we'll see. That's it, guys. That's everything I'm reading this month. Let me know what you're reading this month down in the comments, and I will see you soon.